I'm George Keenan from Red Beach in Auckland, and I'm here to find out about franchising opportunities with McDonald's.
McDonald's is one of the most recognisable brands in the world today. In New Zealand alone, there are more than 160 restaurants that employ over 10,000 people. 80% of those restaurants are a franchise. A franchise McDonald's restaurant is one where the business is owned and operated by an individual, known as the franchisee, with the support of McDonald's head office. George will be getting hands-on experience to see what's involved in running a McDonald's restaurant and discover the steps it takes to having his own Golden Arches franchise. He's at McDonald's head office to meet Kim Smith.
Hi George, Kim Smith. Great to meet you.
Me too.
So I hear you're really interested in becoming a franchisee?
Yep.
Great, we've got a fantastic day lined up for you, so do you want to come with me?
Yep.
All right, so this is our training department. I think you had some time with them, or you're going to have some time with them.
Kim's been working with McDonald's for over 20 years and as a business partner works closely with franchisees around the country.
So my role with McDonald's is to work with those franchisees to help them drive profitable business. I mean, you can imagine this is a very fast-paced, fast-moving environment. We've got lots of things going on, so trying to keep that information flowing backwards and forwards is really important. So our role is really to make sure we're that conduit between head office and franchisees to make sure that communication is open and everyone has the opportunity to talk.
Kim introduces George to Director of Operations, Katrina Felton.
This is George.
Hi.
George, how are you?
Good, thank you. So, here I am. Where to now? Where do I begin to become a franchisee?
I suppose once basically we've received a application and you walk through that application process and get the green light to become a franchisee, the training process has a couple of different facets. So it's around about 9 to 12 months depending on the capability of yourself as the individual and how much you really get hold of your training.
Katrina has arranged for George to meet McDonald's Pakuranga franchisee, Amon Jones.
So, what kind of preparation did it take for you to get ready to own a Macca's?
Well, it's when I applied to become a franchisee, you know, they sort of explain pretty clearly what's involved. And
After submitting your application to become a franchisee, you'll have to learn everything from the way the restaurant works, from cleaning to cooking, to serving to managing. Over a few months, you'll effectively be working your way up from the role of a team member to restaurant manager. You'll also attend further training courses in New Zealand or Australia. Then once you're given the green light from head office, you'll be on your way to running your own Macca's. Now it's time for George's training. Time to get the gloves on and make something from the breakfast menu.
And we'll go and make a bacon and egg muffin.
Done. Let's go.
Your muffin wrap's there, so grab the wrap. So muffins are in the green tray, so just grab a muffin.
One.
When selecting franchisees for the business, McDonald's has a philosophy to bring in applicants from a variety of backgrounds.
So ideally we're looking to get a third from the business world in terms of applicants, a third from our head office here, and a third from the franchise system. So all of our managers and our ops managers that are doing such a fantastic job, a third from that area as well. And that's how we look to kind of grow our franchise pipeline.
You know, previous to McDonald's, I had a really good job in the corporate world, and I was well looked after. But I never owned that business, and and for me, I wanted to own my own business.
Good effort, George. Let's see how you go in other parts of the business.
Okay, George, we'll get your turn to take an order.
Okay.
So we'll get you to put the headset on.
Sweet.
McDonald's, isn't a business where they throw you a key and wish you well. They're hand in hand through your tenure in McDonald's. They're a global business that, that's been going for over 50 years, so you can't deny that it works.
George's time with Amon might be over, but there's still more training to be done. Katrina and George are off to the training centre in Green Lane.
So George, how did you find your training back with Amon?
I actually thought it was really fun.
At the training centre, George is learning some of the theory that franchisees will then put into practice once they're operating their own restaurant. Steve's son has just completed his training and is ready to take on his own franchise.
How do you feel about starting up your own franchise?
Oh, look, after completing the training and having such a wonderful support from the McFamily, all the various other franchises are always very, very supportive. They've generated so much enthusiasm within myself. I really cannot wait to get my hands dirty and get in there and get involved. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We're not too sure where we're going to go. We're willing to move anywhere around the country, so that's part of the process, and we're really looking forward to it.
After a busy day so far, it's time for lunch.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
Angus, mate, how are you?
George.
Angus Angus Rush works in menu development and has a long history in the McDonald's family, having worked with his parents in their restaurants over the years. Part of his role is overseeing the implementation of national marketing launches and working with franchisees around the country to see what they're doing from a local perspective.
Awesome, George. Let's go take this down and try it, eh?
Sweet,
Let's do it.
He'll be taking George to the ins and outs of the new McChamp burger.
Awesome, mate. So what we're going to do now is actually go through what restaurants do when a new product launches.
Cool. With the checklist handy, George and Angus go through the burger to make sure it's up to gold standard.
Ultimately, when we take something to the market, we ask our franchisees to invest. They want to be sure that they're going to get a return, and it's actually healthy for their business because they know, as we do, a sustainable business is what we all want, a successful, sustainable business.
The McChamp has ticked all the boxes, but how does it taste?
Good.
Oh, no.
In Wellington, George is meeting up with Chris Boone. He was 17 when he started his career with McDonald's, working his way up from a crew member to now owning 4 McDonald's restaurants with over 260 staff.
It's really great every day that I come into my restaurant and I'm working daily with them on the floor, one-on-one. Not only working with them, but mentoring them, coaching them and helping them through.
So, here we are behind the scenes. What's it like?
Part of the big role as a franchisee is looking over the whole operation of the business. We also look into our profit and making sure that everything's okay with that.
Now it's George's turn to help with some managerial responsibilities.
A franchisee being on top of their business, knowing their numbers, understanding debt, understanding how to make profit, how to drive sales, and the financial model that we have, absolutely a key part of success.
But it's not all about the profit.
As a franchisee, it's really important to get very involved with the community because it's the community that comes back to your restaurant.
McDonald's actively support a number of community groups and local charities. At the heart of many McDonald's restaurants is Ronald McDonald House, which helps thousands of seriously ill children and their families across New Zealand. So after a busy day learning about what it takes to be a franchisee, how did George go?
I think he sees McDonald's as the golden opportunity that it can be for anyone that wishes to come into our business and in our business long term. So very excited if he picks up the phone and wants to chat to us one day.
So what did George think?
It's more like what McDonald's does for people that's like really hit me. It's just realizing how generous people are and like how awesome they can be and still be so successful is just amazing to find out.
To be considered for a McDonald's franchise, you need to be able to make a significant financial contribution and commit to a 9 to 12 month unpaid training program. You must also have had a successful business or career and be willing to relocate anywhere in New Zealand. There are no specific qualifications, but commitment and hard work is a must.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.